name is Morrissey. This is my persuasive speech on the effects of climate change. I plan on discussing how climate change and global warming is negatively impacting our planet as well as every species on this planet. I want to present undisputed evidence and create a meaningful dialogue and ways we can prevent or combat climate change and global warming. We are experiencing the results of pollution right now. And first I'll explain how climate change and global warming are affecting the planet, then describe how deforestation and greenhouse gases are attributing to the increase of temperatures on the planet, and finally discuss how both contribute to the rising sea levels. This is important for us to discuss because it does affect us right now and future generations, and it is about the survival of our species and every living organism. Now, what is climate change? Climate change is rising average temperatures, extreme weather events, shifting wildlife populations, rising seas. And global warming is Earth's rising surface temperature. Now, greenhouse gases the greenhouse effect is warming that happens when certain gases in Earth's atmosphere are trapped. Now, natural greenhouse effects is what keeps Earth's climate livable. A natural event would be a volcanic eruption. They emit greenhouse gases, but with these emissions of greenhouse gases, there's a balance to it because they get naturally absorbed and they create a stable climate that is livable for organisms on this planet. Now, in the last 800,000 years, levels are higher than any time. Humans have caused most of the greenhouse gases this past century by releasing heat-trapped gases. Since the Industrial Revolution, humans have enhanced greenhouse gases by emitting large amounts into the atmosphere by a third, speeding up the process that normally would take 1,000 years in only a matter of decades. This rapid rise is preventing a lot of living organisms to adapt quickly. In 1824, mathematician and physicist Joseph Fourier started talking about greenhouse gases and stated how the Earth would get cold without an atmosphere. And in 1895, Swedish chemist Svante Arrhenius discussed how carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas and the effects that it's having. Now we have deforestation. 30% of the world's land area is covered by forests. Trees absorb carbon dioxide. Canopy of forests protect animals and plants below by blocking out the sun's rays during the day and keeping in heat at night. 250 million people living in forests and savanna areas depend on forests for their income and survival. Now, South American rainforests help furnish water to Brazil and surrounding countries. 17% of the Amazonian rainforest has been destroyed and continues to rise. Cattle ranching and farming account for most of this destruction. Over 500,000 square miles of forest were lost between 1990 and 2016. Reason for that is farming, grazing, urbanization, mining, and drilling. Wildfires and overgrazing prevent younger trees from growing, as well as seeds from really being able to develop into plants. And in Malaysia and Indonesia, forests are cut down to produce palm oil. Now, rising sea levels are caused by melting glaciers. Greenland is losing its ice sheets at a rapid pace. In July 2019, Greenland lost an estimated 197 billion metric tons. Greenland's ice sheets are believed to be responsible for a third of the global sea level rise. And with greenhouse gases rising Earth's temperatures, ice sheets in Greenland and Antarctica are beginning to melt. Glaciers naturally melt in the summer, and with snowfall in the winter, it usually replenishes the lost ice, creating a balance. But higher and longer temperatures with less snowfall has caused an imbalance, increasing sea levels. Now, sea levels are predicted to rise between a foot to 2.3 feet in the near future. Now, if all the glaciers were to melt, it would raise the sea level by 216 feet. And this would have devastating effects on coastal habitats, with destructive erosion, wetland flooding, agricultural soil contamination with salt, loss of habitat for plants, fish, and humans, and birds. These higher sea levels contribute to more powerful, unpredictable, dangerous tropical storms such as Hurricane Maria. Flooding in low-lying areas have caused a mass migration of people to move to higher ground, while millions are still at risk for floods and other climate change-related dangers. But even though it's happening right now, we can still do our best to really reduce and limit the effects. We can not waste food. We can phase out our fossil fuels, limit our carbon footprint, plant plants, and reduce energy usage. So it's not too late, but we still have to do a lot of things on our part. Thank you.